You wake up, get through the day, and do what needs to be done. Nothing dramatic happens. Nothing falls apart. And yet, you feel tired. Not the kind of tired that comes from working too hard. Not the kind that disappears after a good night's sleep. A quieter kind of tired. A heaviness that lingers, even on easy days. This kind of fatigue is confusing because life looks fine on the surface. You have routines, responsibilities, a certain level of stability. So you tell yourself you shouldn't complain. Other people have it worse. Other people are struggling. But the tiredness doesn't leave. That's because this kind of exhaustion doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from doing too little of what actually engages you. When life becomes predictable, your nervous system adapts. Your brain stops paying attention. There's no anticipation, no stretch, no sense of movement. Your days become efficient, but emotionally flat. And slowly, without realizing it, something inside you powers down. Stability feels safe. It feels responsible. It feels like you're doing what you're supposed to do. But comfort, when it lasts too long, doesn't energize the mind. It numbs it. The brain is designed to respond to challenge, novelty, and meaning. When those are missing, it conserves energy. So you feel tired, not because you're weak, but because there's nothing asking something meaningful from you. This is why weekends don't fix it, why vacations help for a moment, then fade. Rest doesn't create vitality. Direction does. Many people mistake this feeling for laziness or burnout or a motivation problem. But often, it's none of those. It's the absence of meaningful tension. Not stress, not pressure. Tension in the sense that something matters, something pulls you forward, something asks you to grow just a little. When nothing in your life requires you to stretch, your energy has nowhere to go. So it turns inward. It dulls. It fades. This is also why scrolling feels so tempting when you're tired like this. Your mind wants stimulation, but not effort. It wants something to react to, not something to build. So you scroll, you watch, you consume. And afterward, you feel even more drained. Not because you did something wrong, but because you borrowed energy instead of generating it. There's another layer to this tiredness that most people don't notice. It's emotional. When life is stable but unchanging, time starts to feel strange. Weeks blur together. Days feel interchangeable. You're busy, but not deeply engaged. And engagement is where energy comes from. Think about the moments in your life when you felt most alive. They usually weren't the most comfortable. They were moments of uncertainty, learning, trying, risking something small but meaningful. Growth creates energy. Comfort preserves it. But preservation isn't the same as living. So when stability replaces growth for too long, the system slows down. You're not depressed. You're not broken. You're understimulated in the ways that matter. This kind of tiredness often shows up quietly, as boredom, as low-level dissatisfaction, as the feeling that time is moving faster than it should. Nothing feels wrong because nothing is challenging you anymore. And when nothing challenges you, nothing wakes you up inside. This is why people can be tired even when life is easy. Ease without meaning becomes emptiness. Your mind needs something to orient toward, a direction, a sense of becoming. Without that, stability turns into stagnation, and stagnation feels like fatigue. The problem is, this tiredness doesn't come with clear instructions. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It just whispers. And because it whispers, many people ignore it. They assume they need more rest, more discipline, more productivity. But what they actually need is movement towards something that matters. Not a dramatic life change, not quitting everything, just tension, engagement, a reason to care again. This doesn't mean adding more to your plate. It means adding meaning to what's already there.
A small challenge, a neglected interest, a direction you've been postponing. Something that makes you slightly uncomfortable, but also slightly alive. The tiredness you feel isn't a failure, it's feedback. It's your system telling you that stability alone isn't enough anymore. That rest without direction becomes emptiness. That comfort without growth becomes dullness. And that you're ready, even if you don't feel excited, to move again. Not fast, not perfectly, just forward. Because the moment something in your life begins asking more of you, your energy doesn't disappear. It comes back. Quietly, gradually, naturally. Not because life became harder, but because it finally started to matter again.